Welcome back to the game 2 of our best of 5 between the Chiefs Esports Club and Legacy Esports for our OPL Grand Final. The Chiefs are currently 1-0 up over Legacy. However, I do want to actually take it what Legacy did well that game. Give some credit to their shot calling because they recognized early that they were on a sinking ship, that the standard lane's not working out. They got the heck out. They followed Prince Harry around the map. They were able to knock down all three outer rings of the turret. Stop laughing at me. 3 outer rings of the turret. And tried to speed up the tempo of the game and take it to the Chiefs.
No, you're absolutely right. And again, it comes down to execution of the compositions. They had the Sivir comp. They said, oh, crap, we're losing every single lane. Immediately ejected out of it and got into the Sivir rotation throughout, like you said, dropping all the towers, picking up that global gold. The issue was when they had the tower advantage, they were only 200 gold ahead of the Chiefs. And it was kind of like one last team fight, one last chance to not lose the game, and unfortunately didn't make it connect.
Exactly that. It feels like they did the right thing to get back into the game, but by doing just that, if Legacy was to lose a team fight, they would lose so much because there's so much standing gold for Chiefs to take. But if Legacy pick up a team fight, they can only take so much because they've already taken down so many structures.
Yeah, it certainly did come down to that, and Chiefs did pick up the team fight victory. However, guys, we want to hear from you more at home. So here is Julian, Pastry Time Carter, check in with the social media update.
Thank you very much, Spawn. And let's have a look at what the fans are saying now that Chiefs are able to take the first game here. You can see the vote a little bit more in Chiefs' favor now, 58% to 42. So it was very even when we started the top of the show. And it looks like the Chiefs fans are out in first. Thanks for playing Legacy. Hashtag IamOPL. Hashtag Chief Win. That's Brutal Carrot Colossus. And at the Hoyts Broadway viewing party, so excited for a hashtag CHF Win. Good to see that the fans out there are still having fun out there and watching the program out in some of the cinemas that we have open as well for the final. Don't forget, of course, we have a competition running, and this I love. Shout out to Frostgoon for this one. You have some mountains, but we are, of course, looking at the current kills in that game. Had 19, I believe, from the last one. 17 plus, no, that's 20. Never mind. Maths is not my strong suit. But you can see total kills predicted here. That's along there. And then those peaks of how many people have voted for them as well. So this, looking good up here around the 35 mark for the Chiefs. But you can see some ambitious people over here. I like this. Not 90 and 100. You guys are great there. So don't forget, of course, use the hashtag LGCWin. You can vote for Legacy, and that vote will change based on your tweets as well. Or the hashtag CHFWin for the Chiefs. And, of course, the hashtag IamOPL for all your general Twitter needs. Keep them coming, guys. We love getting your tweets. But for now, it's just back to the analyst desk.
Thank you so much, Pastry Time. And that is really interesting, seeing the amount of kills and how we're tracking them throughout the game, because that was a pretty, Chiefs took it to them in that game. Chiefs, a very macro team, pick once again a skirmish-heavy comp with that poke and trying to get people off the turrets. However, I want to bring it back to Legacy here. What do you do if you're Legacy? You're sitting there, Frosk, and what do we go back to win this game?
I want Choo-Choos to be on a heavy playmaking champion. Again, we talked about Legacy where they're weighted. It's in their solar laners, and I think it's time for their solar laners to step up and show how mechanically gifted they are. Stop playing the control mage. I understand that Azir is going to be a big contested pick, but give him Lysandra. Unlock him from the lane and give him the playmaking power ability.
I like to see the same thing from the top lane as well for Tally. A lot of his champions are being banned out and prioritized as picks from the Chiefs here, and that's probably going to be the same thing that we'll see for the rest of this best of 5 series. I'd like to see him play a champion that would facilitate Legacy's team comps a lot more, because we saw in that game, playing Lysandra down the bottom lane, he was isolated against Swiper, wasn't able to do the same things he normally does, which is kill his opponent, take them on in the one-on-one, and translate that into an advantage throughout the rest of the map. I'd like to see him play something more facilitating, like Maokai, like Nautilus, something which he can help his team out a little bit more if he goes even in lane especially.
I agree. I'm a big fan of the Nautilus, but at the same time, I'm just like, screw it. Tally, just play Graves. If you get the champion, lock it in. I want to see the assassin. Give me the Lysandra Graves. Give me the Legacy special.
Yeah, well, on the other side of the rift, I want to see what Chiefs do. Is it business as usual? Do they have to prove that they can beat Legacy in a different way? Is this a comp that you can figure out? What are your thoughts on this?
In terms of, do I think they're going to be able to pull out the comp again?
Yeah.
No, I definitely think that they'll change it up. But this is the thing. It shows that the Chiefs obviously have an understanding for draft phase, or a big macro plan for draft phase. And it's now about how extensive is it? Does it go further?
I feel like if it's not broken, you don't have to fix it. And it's up to Legacy to try and ban out these champions or take some away to make Chiefs switch up that draft.
Well, we will see if they are going to do that, guys, because we are ready to get onto Summoner's Rift for game number 2. So here is Atlas to take you there.
Thank you very much, Spawn. Still here with Pastry Time and Rusty, and we are very excited to get into game number 2. And look, we look back at that game, and I think strategically the Chiefs had the answer to Legacy there, and we'll see whether Legacy can adapt, I think, is the real question.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually agree with Fish in regards to the drafting phase. I think Legacy are the ones that have to get rid of either the Varus or the Jin. Something needs to change here from Legacy, or the same composition could run over them.
To be honest, I think I look at Gragas, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back in that comp. Like, we've seen Jim Barrett, it's clearly very good, but Spooks could make plays and deny so many different team fights for Legacy that I feel like Carbon, he wants to be a playmaking jungler and pressure his solo laners. Gragas is a great champion to do that. In general, the Chiefs had a great draft during Game 1 in Legacy. They had the right idea,
Yeah.
couldn't quite execute. We'll see what shifts here in Champ Select.
Well, nothing so far, as everything is exactly the same. Poppy is going to be the final ban this time around. Trundle last time, now Poppy. Legacy is getting rid of that from Swiper because, look, they rely on their top laner so much, and Swiper was a beast. That was a solo kill towards the end of that game.
Yeah, well, all Swiper needed to do was defuse it. And then it hits the point where a Poppy's always going to be relevant in the game, and the Lissandra struggled to get anything done. The Chiefs not having their Poppy in the top lane, I don't think hurts them at all. But once again, that's another champion from Tally. We have to question, is he going to go back to the Lissandra and just assume Swiper's going to play something tanky? Because there aren't a lot of champions left.
Yeah,
Trundle,
very true.
that's basically it.
I wouldn't mind the Trundle, actually. I was wondering if Chiefs were going to pick it away, because I feel like Poppy and Trundle occupy the space of champions that can ignore other top laners and just get stuff done.
Yeah.
But Sivir for the first pick there for Chiefs. Braun Gragas is the first answer from Legacy, so starting to break up that game on comp already.
Yeah, I actually really like this because, of course, the Chiefs picked up this exact combo third round last time around, as it was the Azir Sivir picked up second up for Legacy last time. But Sivir now in the hands of the Chiefs. A common first pick for them.
I think the immediate response should be a support, and most likely their top laner or jungler. Kindred's always going to be a possibility for Spooks. Nidalee as well. Very strong champions. S tier, I would say, and Spooks excels on these champions.
I would almost love just to see like Kindred and Azir just be like, yeah, we'll take your comp. We liked it. You know, have a bit of swagger there. Maybe show them how it's done. Because I don't think Legacy have the poke comp in their back pocket. Like, Choose can play Varus, and maybe
We've seen
Kaja
it,
can
yeah.
play
We've seen it,
Jhin.
yeah.
But like, that's clearly something the Chiefs have practiced. Be interesting to see what they want to pick here.
Azir makes sense.
Yes.
Top lane was the
love
question. Yeah.
that.
That's actually very good.
Yeah, Vengeful Maelstrom, of course, fantastic at avoiding exactly what these two champions want to do. So just pick it with it. No problem.
Yeah, that was even mentioned by Frosco. Maokai, very good lock in here. Choose, we know that he's got the assassin up his sleeve. That's what the desk wanted him to play.
I just want them to answer with the same comp that the Chiefs threw at them. I just want it so bad. That is like throwing the gauntlet, man.
The thing is, they're against the hard engage of Maokai.
Well, we had a Gragas stop there for a second. I got very excited.
So we are going to be changing it up, actually. Legacy still deciding on some of these picks. I like that Kaja was flashing the Twitch just for a bit of fanciness.
So it might be a pipe dream, but I'm looking towards a Fizz top lane from Tally because I think that besides Echo is the other answer to a Maokai, just quietly. As Legacy have locked in their second rotation.
That has been a long time since we've seen the old Fizz towards the top side of the map. Definitely not in 2016, but I would also be very excited. Chiefs now to round out their comp. We'll see exactly what they are going to put into the jungle and the support position. Not often what you see picked up last and second last.
I mean, you never know. EDM has played Maokai support in the playoffs already.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Okay.
The double flex with Trundle. Here we go.
I think I heard them joking that they should just learn each other's champions so they can flex everything. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how viable that one is, but I do like
them
it.
joking, huh?
Maybe
Sivir
it wasn't
support
much
is
of a
pretty
joke.
strong.
All right, here we go. The ambiguity continues.
Well, that is serious now as Kindred is locked in for Spooks. We know that because it's not going to be Sivir jungle. But there it is, the Trundle and the Maokai to be flexed between Spooks and Ejin. Oh, sorry, Swiper and Ejin. Spooks
Yeah.
could play a tree if you wanted to.
I mean, he could, but we wouldn't really put Kindred top lane. The flex is a very dangerous thing. We've seen it work for the Chiefs last time around. Very easy to hide a Maokai in laning phase as well if you want to swap. Something the Chiefs are very good at doing. Trundle also excels into tanks and has great disengage for his team. I will say there's a lot more fighting involved with this particular drafting from both teams. No more poke. There's a bit of it, to be fair. Corky and Azir.
I think Chiefs actually have a pretty similar looking comp to Legacies, which is sort of amusing. I think my worry if I'm Legacy is that Trundle is so different in support on top lane just based on the items he gets. Oh my god.
What just happened?
Master Yi. That's Tally's champion.
Okay.
Look at Swiper. He's got this like grin on his face, but it's also like, oh crap.
I think it died halfway through.
Yeah,
He was like,
exactly.
Wait, is
He's
he serious?
like, what? Wait,
That
wait,
is
what?
an outright wildcard pick here from Tally. You'd have to imagine that because he's playing it into the Maokai, he'll go something along the lines of the Titanic Hydra into a Guinzu's Rage Blade.
Is
he though?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Because that's the thing. That's the annoying thing. They have to draft,
Look at that man.
knowing that it could be either.
Nah, it's a thumbs up. He's doing it.
I mean, he has to do it. He's already selected. He only has 3 seconds left to swap, and I don't think Legacy are swapping here.
Yeah.
Top lane, Master Yi.
Well, it's the first time I've seen the old top lane Master Yi.
Only Tally.
Yeah, pretty sure it's not going to do so well if it falls behind, but I could imagine if it's ahead,
Well, okay,
good
so
God, no.
Master Yi.
Yeah,
What
take
time?
us through
There's
it.
like a flow chart essentially, right? It's like, is it 30 minutes in the game and does Master Yi have 3 items? If no to either of those, Legacy are probably losing the game. If you hit 35 minutes and he has 3 items, Legacy probably winning the game. I feel like it puts a time frame here where Legacy, honestly, they hit a team composition that'll just be obnoxious and outright ridiculous. Tally split pushing, especially as a top laner as well. Not going the jungle Master Yi. He's got the teleport if need be. Disgusting.
Just don't know. Just don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to hear from you. Use that hashtag CHFWin if you think that the Chiefs can pull off what Legacy tried to do by the looks of things in the last game. Or use that hashtag LGCWin if you believe in the Yi.
And you know what?
I don't know. I'm starting to, man.
I like the spirit of the pick from Tally because it's like all his champions have been banned. He's a carry top lane player. He needs to be able to pressure and split push and 1v1 his laner. And apparently, deep into the barrel is Master Yi. That is the pick here for Tally in the top side. If anyone can make it work, it'll be the regular season MVP for this split. This is awesome.
Damn right. Oh my God. I just wanted to get to late game already.
Unfortunately,
So ready.
that's not how it works.
No.
You have to play quite a bit of League of Legends before Master Yi does a lot.
So one other thing that we didn't touch on was Ejim playing the Maokai. They did flex it in that respect.
Yes.
So the Lucian Braum bottom lane, you would imagine feel comfortable doing a 2v2. And I would be surprised if Chiefs don't lane swap because, again, you kind of want to put the Yi behind.
Yeah, well, Tally is going to take a fair bit of damage there from Swiper as they have a bit of a scuffle there in the river. Both top laners are going to go back. But one thing I do like is, Master Yi, pretty good into an old subjugate because you don't build a heck of a lot of defensive stats
Be
and
careful
stuff.
when you meditate. Does that work?
Oh my goodness, that would be ridiculous.
Perhaps. I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember either. I
I
can't
don't
remember
know
what
exactly.
stats it
So
feels.
the thing is, Tally's most likely going to get a QSS in his item build
Yeah.
anyway.
Yep.
So there's a possibility that the later the game goes, the worse it gets for Swiper, who he's going to be happy now. And the question is, how long will he be happy for? Because, again, and we're going to keep saying it, it's a Master Yi. He's got the late game.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. This is the promised land, guys.
Is it?
Well, it's not necessarily a Swain, but it's pretty good.
We are getting standard lanes though. Carvin, bit of help there from Tally. He's going to take out these Krugs. Spook's starting on the same side of the jungle, so somewhat unsurprisingly, looks like both junglers are moving towards their 2v2 lanes. We did see a lot of action from Carbon in the last 2v2. We'll see if either Spooks or Carbon can have an impact here. It looks Sivir versus Lucian this time around.
Not
We'll
sure
change
how
up the
that
matchup.
How did... Yeah, that's not a skill shot. That's
Kind
just
of
a
is.
targeted
Raider
ability.
makes everything a skill shot. You take that back.
Oof.
Yeah, Regret. He's going to miss the Winter's Bite, but Radius still taking so much damage. And look, Legacy already, making the Chiefs feel it. I mean, this is exactly how they felt last game around.
Yeah, and that's actually the expected thing. So what Chiefs have done with their drafting is recognize that a Master Yi can beat a Maokai convincingly. So they put the Trundle into the top lane to make things better for Swiper because it's recognizing the game plan that Legacy have, which is get Tally ahead or keep Tally ahead.
I love it too, the fervor of Battle Yi. Not even going for grasp, no sustain, doesn't need it, just kill him or nothing pretty much.
Do the deeps.
Yep. Oh, he's got Meditate. There's a sustain. Don't even worry about it.
It's
Oh,
definitely a form of sustain that gives you more health, the more health that you're missing. So, Master Yi. It's a funny champion because you want to kind of be low to make the meditate efficient.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's a long cooldown, so it's not worth wasting.
I feel like we should just be talking about Yi this whole game. As Alpha Strike does go down, Swiper going to lower his attack damage using
Damn,
that
so
Q,
much
but my
damage.
God, yeah. Just waits for that double strike and Tally's in there. Carbon.
This is, look. What an amusing lane.
And this is a much more typical Legacy game, I will say. Carbon showing top side, Tally's
picked a lane he feels like he can win 1v1 with. Like, the plan is there. It's just that, again, with 4 champions effectively banned away from you, Tally had to dig really deep into his pockets. And apparently he came up with Master Yi as Spooks.
No one
bottom
needs to
lane.
dig that deep, Pastry Time.
Well-
I said Fizz, and I was thinking that was, that's a bit
you're out of there.
outlandish.
You're out there, man.
But no.
Well, here we are. Game 2 of the grand finals of the OPL Split 1, and this is where we are now.
Well, last time it was a grand final and a crazy pick was picked. It was Tom Kench
yeah,
by
Tom
Mickey
Hanks.
Well in the top lane, and that then became a thing. Legacy top lane is known for starting trends. See whether it's Master Yi top. I really hope not, to be perfectly honest.
And we've already alluded to this fact, but the Chiefs are essentially running Legacy's team composition, just conversed with a Maokai, which is the curious thing. So the question to me is, when do Chiefs feel comfortable to start fighting? As Cardred's got some very weird cues at the moment. Yeah. I just don't want to go straight.
Right, well, there's the flashes. Ejim is going to get in there. Immediate exhaust down onto Cardred, who flashes out of the way. Nice stand behind me there from Regret. And the Legacy bottom lane are going to be okay for now, but they've lost a lot of health bars, and I'll summon a spell on Cardred.
Yeah, so they use the flash from Cardred. He's very well executed on the dash, actually, before anything connected to him. Ejim's twisted advance. Scarily close to the turret at that point, so well executed from Cardred. But the gank still got off. It was still successful from Spooks. They still forced summoners and health bars to be missing from this Legacy bottom lane. And what was a great level 1 start for these two has completely reversed.
And they find Carbon as well, who was looking to maybe counter that and try and get a kill of their own. But pressure does get revealed by a sapling. Well placed there from Ejim. Is back here in the top side. Flyper feeling a bit comfier here in the top lane now that he's got a few levels. Tally, though, does well to get a lot of those minions with the Alpha Strike. And again, we'll watch this lane for a while because it is definitely something fun and new here from Tally, who I've been told Masters champions very quickly, which I'm going to have to believe given the Yi he's showing. But like we said, it is going to take some scaling here. Look for Legacy to try and bring it late and have Tally split push the game into oblivion.
Well,
Oh,
exactly right.
wow.
There's the flash body slam. That was Spook still dancing around. Carbon going down so low. First blood goes to Swiffer one more time as Choose maybe in trouble. There's the flash, and it's a double for the mid laner.
And disaster for Legacy. Once again, Swiffer, guess what? He's a 2-0 with Zir this time around, not just the Varus. And the
this like
Chiefs have opened the map.
Oh man, Swiffer just seems to start the game a little bit further ahead.
And this time around, it was Carbon actually starting the fight. Of course, Heal, the summoner spell of choice by Choo-Choo's. Not enough to keep anybody alive. 2 needless deaths.
And Spooks with plenty of sustain. Does pick up 2 assists for his trouble, and now he's going to go top lane. Have a look into that level 6 Master Yi. Tally, though,
Can't be slowed.
not too worried. No, he can't.
Actually does quite well into Trundle Pillar just quietly.
There we go. Highlander up. See ya.
We out.
Damn, it looks cool with that skin too as Ejim. He's all in amongst it here. Radiant throwing down some shots, ricocheting around there as well as Cardred taken down to about half health. Radiant now with the double long swords. Missing a boomerang, but hits it on the way back. And there's the piercing light. Cardred's found it. He's in his groove.
But no sustain actually picked up here from Cardred, so he didn't even opt into going any further early game items. Didn't get the Cull, didn't get another Dorrance. Is actually going to suffer under the poke that Raider is now putting down. Even though Raider's only got 2 longswords and boots, still controlling the lane.
Yeah.
And this is a lane that Legacy have to pressure as well, because Rady with all its bloodlust is never really going to feel under threat unless he dies in some sort of Ultimate attempt, or it's too low that he can't safely farm back up. So it's tough right now, but looks like Legacy, if they can keep it even and they keep Tally going, things could be okay. But we saw it already here from Swiffer. He's now got his blue buff and almost an Abyssal finished. This is very scary as it. Choose is doing well to keep up in CS at least, but feels like the dynamic duo is back again.
It certainly does. And Swiffer, 2-0-0, you're right. Abyssal Scepter. So, Spooks hanging around. We'll see whether he can actually get anything down onto Choosers. There it is! He sends him back in. This time he's going to nail it. Swiffer's on form and grabs his 3rd kill of the game.
Swiffer, you just can't slow this guy down. Makes it to the finals and goes above and beyond. 3-0. And nearly the Abyssal Scepter picked up as the dynamic duo is returned.
Oh my goodness. It's like they never stopped, right?
The best friends club, whether they both like it or not.
Well, bottom side may be trouble, actually, as we'll see this one again. Swiffer executing excellently here on the play. And this is the thing with Kindred. Corki, even if he had flash, probably isn't getting away there because of how her dashes work. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as you're locked down, Kindred is going to kill you.
Absolutely. Kindred can keep up with anybody through anything, as Carbon has no mana here.
He might be dead, actually. No, gets away from the circle.
Choose had a package. Dangerous. He did. Well, another tower to be erected. The Sun turret is going to get taken down here by Choose.
100 gold. You get the last hit on that one.
Hey, that's true.
You might even say a free 100 gold given to Choose.
Big cannon minion. He wants it. Get it.
Nah, you got it. You got the gold.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Speaking of getting gold, Red Buff's on his way to getting some.
Yeah, Summoner's Rift doing work right now. Hit the... Yep, okay, good. Cinderling not going to kill Carbon. We're going to be okay. Whew. Yeah, scary stuff.
And this is the thing, Tally is actually doing fine in the lane, although Trundle's starting to gain some traction. So I'm actually with a Tiamat now, so able to fight back a bit more versus what looks like first buy Titanic. In fact, they might both go for the early Titanic based on current itemization.
It might even be a Sterix Gauge.
Maybe.
That could be cool.
But Tally.
The thing is, Tally has to get there comfortably. So if the rest of the map wins, and even if Tally wins his lane, I don't know if he can win the game by himself. So the game plan is obvious from Legacy in this game, but they have to be afloat long enough when that 30 minutes rolls around.
If this goes to 80 minutes, though, if he's a Master Yi with 6 items, do they still just win?
Well, that's just how it goes, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, Legacy, like, we scaling, boys, no matter what time it is, no matter what their base looks like.
Yeah, and they've got a Lucian who late game does ridiculous amounts of damage if he can hit people. Corki's the exact same. And they kind of stipended range very well from the side of Legacy, but they need to get there. And to get there through a 3-0 Azir that Swiffer is once again. I say good luck to making it that late in the game because you're going to have to fight earlier.
Chu's going to get his blue buff now. Legacy don't want to fight right now, that's for sure. But the Chiefs are probably going to try and press some of their advantage. They are up almost 3,000 gold here, 10 minutes in, continuing to apply pressure. They have that key outer turret down in the mid lane, so they're able to easily just do this and walk into Legacy's jungle and try and force them out. Seems like, though, they're going to fall back and take a first dragon for themselves. No need to start a fight if they don't have to. They'll just take the objective for free anyway. Legacy, though, smartly give it up because this comp is not one you want to fight.
Yep. Simon's secret stuff is doing some serious work today.
It's still a Devourer Kindred as well that just got an extra stacks.
Yeah, 5 of them.
5 extra stacks in that bank, so on the way to the sated status.
Yep. Saying thank you to Fish, of course, for teaching us how to shout out Devourer stacks.
Oh yeah,
Is the boss.
Just loves to count things.
It's picking
6
up for where
times.
we're bad, you know? We just ain't mathematicians.
Swift for top lane, though. Not going to get in there.
He's already in. Yeah, he's in.
Pillars there, not going to pop Highlander now, uses it, but Swiffer flashes
Oh!
in. Good flash from Tally, gets him out safely. But that's good pressure there from the mid laner who's starting to roam. This is usually the Choo-Choo special.
Yeah, Choose has been roaming a lot, but the Chiefs, they have control of the mid lane, which means they're controlling top lane through it, and they're pressuring Tally, who's actually teleported mid lane for a turret.
Oh, wow. All right.
Not a bad decision by any means, actually. Cop that.
Not
Oh, he cancelled it. Very
Double
cute.
cop that.
Bought them enough time means that they are going to be able to grab the top outer turret.
Wow. Yep. Chiefs, mind gaming Legacy right now.
In like 4 different ways within seconds. Crazy.
Carbon might dive this, actually.
Not a bad time for it.
Oh.
Nice double flash there. Carbon going to eat a tower shot on his way out. And unfortunately, that dive not being completed means this tower's probably staying up.
Yeah, such is the mind game of Agragas as well. Well flashed from Swiffer. It wasn't a bait. It was very obvious that he was trying to kill you. But flash for flash, you look at a mid laner and a jungler, and you would wager Carbon will make his way back sooner or later. Question is when. Hello.
Yeah, this inner turret now under fire. Swiper takes it down to below half health. Tally going to pick up, continue fighting through these minions, but 96 to 112. The Troll Man is doing work so far. Subjugate almost back off cooldown, and the Rift Herald to be taken down. We'll see whether that goes to Swiper or Spooks as they grab this the first time. And Chiefs have just had control of neutral objectives this whole series so far.
Not going to be a huge problem. Doesn't matter, got stacks there for Spook. He does get himself the Rift Herald buff. Looks like that squad's out though. Chiefs will reset, see if they can get some pressure down. As Legacy starting to answer with objectives of their own here. Going to see if they can't take their first turret of the game. Bottom outer looks to be under enough threat. Carbon covering down here as well, just to make sure it goes down. And this does give Tally opportunity to farm out top side as well. Carter not going to get it on this wave though. Oh no, he is. Well calculated there from Lucian.
Yeah, it doesn't actually take any damage.
Yeah, well done from Legacy once again. They've understood when they should be taking turrets and opening up the map. They've opted into right now, because now is as good a time as any when the rest of the map is suffering. Because realistically, that bottom turret was taken not to accelerate Cardred, but to give money to Choose and Tally, who are falling behind.
Well, Radiant has now picked up the Essence Reaver. The answer from Cardred is there as well, so very even items here for the 80 carries, despite the 11 CS advantage for the Lucian. And Trinity Force, oh man, that feels so bad, Choose. Only 300 gold, and then he's got his Trinity Force in his back pocket, but essentially, all the bits there can do all of the stuff Trinity Force can do, just takes up a whole lot more room in your backpack.
That feel when it used to cost 3 gold just
Yeah,
to
I
be
know, right?
pleasing for the concept of a Trinity Force.
There's 1 gold aside, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense, man.
So this is the actual issue, because guess who's got a Rift Herald buff? Not Legacy pushing the bottom lane. Racing.
Yeah.
Now.
The minions.
Get up there, minions.
We'll raise your Highlander. Everyone running incredibly quickly is Legacy. They're going to continue going as well. They've got a Master Yi.
Yeah, but they don't have a Rift Herald buff. And
True.
I feel like, so Raider even smartly tanking the minions to make sure that the Rift Herald buff minions are hitting. Legacy have to back away.
Yeah, that was not a race Legacy could realistically win. Really well played by Chiefs, actually, to get themselves an extra turret. They're going to push this in, get a little bit of damage down. Carbon's even here, maybe for a gank, but Shiver's going to cover. That should be all she wrote on that one. Legacy barely scratched that turret. Tally found another place to farm, but he's got Titanic Hydra now, so no more freezing. He's going to have to push that all the way back as Chiefs continue to get themselves ahead.
And even Spooks in this middle lane to stop Choose from getting the turret down. It's been poked low. Remember the last time Tally used his teleport was mid lane, so it's below half health. And once the Trinity Force is done, which you would imagine is now, the kill pressure on the mid lane turret, if Swiffer ever roams, is quite serious for Choose. And that opens up the map once again for Legacy. So the standing gold's there for them. The active gold that teams have is not.
Yeah, this time it's the Chiefs leading with all of that extra global pressure in the turrets. It's a different way that they're taking this game down, but similar to what Legacy did in the last game to get themselves back this particular point. But the Chiefs were already ahead. That Azir still doing work. Nash's Tooth, as well as the Abyssal Scepter completed. Even on the farm, though, Choose has been very, very good as far as staying up with the very, very strong Azir in the mid lane.
And to me, the funny thing right now is that Master Yi, with the Titanic Hydra, is going to be quite strong. As speaking of the devil,
Yeah, he's actually going to run away from Spooks, so he wants to take it to him. Flashes forward. There's the Alpha Strike package delivered, but the ultimate goes off.
Meditate.
Spooks wants that heal. Is going to stand off the pit. Does get the shield, but Tally takes him down with the help of Choo Choo's. He's going to trade his life, but that's a 1-for-1. It's okay.
yeah, not too bad, as Chiefs are still starting to pressure. Of course, the Dragon is where Legacy are looking. The rotation entirely possible, but that is the kill to Choose, not to Tally,
Yeah.
which I would still say is a better scenario because he needs the money to keep up with Azir.
Yeah, pretty much got some gold, so a 1-for-1 is fine for Legacy here. They've been trading a lot in the last few minutes, just trying to get some gold so they can start doing some work here, which is part of why Chiefs were able to take those 2 turrets earlier. See if it's enough money for them to really make a play, though, because they are trying to defend for this Dragon. Radier is a little chunk, but he's got the Warlords, so shouldn't be down for too long. And this is a dangerous spot for Legacy to pick a fight, particularly against this team comp, although Spooks doesn't have his ulti available right now.
Well, you can see Swiper was hanging out there towards the bottom side. Tally going to pick up that mini wave as Ejim may actually be in a bit of trouble. There's a twisted advantage. He's turning it around. Ventral Maelstrom on top of the entire enemy team as Swiper takes down Carbon. Choose from the backside as Tally already in amongst it. He's trying to get the work done, but the Master Yi is going to pull flashes out of the way. Actually, as Radier's going to jump forward. There's the resetted auto attack as Choose now running away. Triple kill for Swiper, though. And Choo Choo's will escape, but not with his team.
Wow. Chiefs, when it comes to this team fights,
Oh,
hello.
Might still be dead, actually. Swiffer going to chase.
Oh, no
does get
mana.
the initial slow, but Azir...
Oh, got
Bridging
him.
does get him for the snipe. And that's the ace there for Chiefs.
Swiffer didn't even know he wanted it. He just decided, oh, I'll see how we go. And it actually got the kill there. That's a lot of people that have just been taken out from the Chiefs once again. They are in absolute control of the map. And this is the second time in 2 games Legacy trying to engage. As unfortunate as it is, this is the Swiper show for Legacy. Look at him. You can't take him down. He's forcing flashes everywhere. He's unkillable. Titanic Hydra's doing ridiculous work. He's got a red buff. Choose is thankfully putting in overtime for Legacy right now to bring it back to close to even.
And Swiper, it feels like now that he's got a damage item first, he's like the most excited we've ever seen him. You know, he went from Nautilus duty to now I'm on the Trundle and I can actually smack people in the head with my truncheon, and he's feeling he's looking like he feels fantastic doing so.
It's Trundle, man. It's like probably the most tanky, aggressive champion he's allowed to play.
I
Like, he
know.
doesn't get to play Master Yi. That's Tally's job. So I agree. I think they banned it in game 1 for a reason because it's a champion that matches up well against a lot of what Tally wants to do and still lets Chiefs have their game plan. The thing, like, Trundle and Yi will do similar damage right now, but one of them's a lot tankier. Tally still needs to get those items down, and despite the work put in by Choose, Legacy again fail a fight around the Dragon
Yeah,
Pit.
speaking of items, it's actually a Phantom Dancer for Tally going to be the next in the build. So
I love it.
Committing to the split push, to the dueling prowess that a Master Yi already has. Why
Yep.
not make that more? And once he has that item, you would imagine he commits fully to the splitting. In saying that, a 2-item build on Swiper, pretty hard to kill him as it is.
I mean, realistically, is he going to be able to teamfight Kindred Azir? Probably not, right? So
Well, I don't think anyone
So I
can.
think this, yeah, exactly. So I think the split push makes sense. It's just exactly what you said. Is he going to be able to effectively? Because Swiper's going to take a while before he's able to actually take over the Trundle.
It's going to take a while for all of Legacy.
Well, Swiper actually trying to take it to Tally right now. Highlander's pop,
Oh.
but Tally, he can't win this. There it is, but Carbon comes over the top. Swiper with a nice target selection, but doesn't get over his own pillar. Can't kill the Gragas as well. But, I mean, Tally ain't going to be winning a 1v1 yet.
Wow, Swiper. He just puts on a clinic with Trundle right now. That is the 2 items to 1.5. So a mixed bag here for Legacy. And unfortunately, the decision-making from Tally was not on point there. Didn't recognize that he can't fight him.
Not right now. And Big Swip certainly showing up here as he actually might even take a tire for himself. Chiefs going to make the smart play here and threaten for Baron. Legacy do not know what's going on, but they will check now. Regret does pop the ward in. Carbon's around for maybe a steal attempt. I think he's going to move in for it. He's going to try it, but a Kindred ult, he's going to deny some of that off. Regret sails in there as Choose is also in the area, but Baron awfully low. Does go over to the Chiefs, and it's just a massacre. Choose going to die in the backside of Swiffer. Just lives himself.
Yeah, Cardred coming in now looking for something, but the disengage comes through from the Chiefs. They've gotten what they want. That was the Baron and an inhibitor in the bottom lane.
Yeah, as meanwhile, Swiper just destroying Tally. That is so much control of the map, and that's a 10k gold lead given to the Chiefs. So 20 minutes in this game. That was a 20-minute Baron taken by the Chiefs, and all of Legacy go down with it.
This is a Chiefs possessed right now. As we have a look at this one again, the Lamb's Respite's so good here.
Yeah, so the amazing thing about the Lamb's Respite is it actually brings in 3 people from Legacy to try and help take down the Baron. But Chief's response is not to do the Baron, it's to kill everyone that jumps over that wall. And because they're jumping over the wall, they have no escape tools.
Well, it worked out well there for the Chiefs, certainly, as they're pretty far ahead in this game. Even got the bot in here in the process of Swiper absent, finishing that one off and chunking out the Yi. Only 2 lanes left to really attack. Radiant with that Baron buff going to do a lot of heavy lifting here. But the game is just so early on, and we kept talking about it. Tally, he can scale and take over this game. And Legacy have good threats on their team. But we're not going to get to the 30-minute mark at this rate. And even if we do, Tally now with 2 items, he does have the PD finished. This is a big waiting game here for Legacy. We've seen it from them before, but this will be a tough one to pull back from.
I'm not even sure that Tally can fight Swiper at any stage in this game. He's not running anything that can really take him out. As here we go.
Yeah, Choose is going to join him here. Nice flash over the wall, and we'll get Swiper to safety. Package now down, the Legacy alive.
Yeah, but once again, like, there's no way that Swiper's going to die to Tally. And if he's not going at Gwynzu's Rage Blade, he also doesn't have a Sated Devourer. There's no way to synergize with the Titanic Hydra and the Gwynzus. He's just missing so much by being a top laner at all.
Oof. Who's going in? Malka actually looking for it as Edom starts to engage. Spooks actually snipes him as Regret. Also in a bit of trouble. Traffic going down. The Chiefs looking to keep charging forward. Time to siege up this outer.
This turret's in so much trouble here for Legacy. That could be a second inhibitor taken. We're only 22 minutes in this.
Yep, inhibitor's going to go down right now as Spooks looking for more. They just move through. Still 1 more inhibitor turret remaining. Chiefs saying, well, we're just going to push through some Baroned up super creeps. It's actually, they just do a drive-by. That was a bit cheeky. Swiffer not going to make it over the base gate that time. Chiefs now turning this one around. Legacy holding onto their base, just fighting Baroned up minions, not wanting to take it to the Chiefs at all.
I mean, look at Chiefs as a roster right now. It didn't matter that what they just did was walk through a base pointlessly.
Yeah,
Like, there was
so
nothing to
weird.
gain from doing that, right? But they did it as 5. Every single thing that the Chiefs are doing right now is as a 5-man roster. Even if Swiffer didn't get over the ball, he didn't get through the base gate. Yeah. You see the protection? Like, this ball just like curls around him. It's like, you're safe now, President Swiffer.
Yep.
Let me escort you outside of the base, sir.
And that's the thing
I
I
am
like.
the Emperor.
It's like, you know, they went up top lane, they cleared the inhib, they kind of went forward and like, oh, we don't have anything else to do in here. because there's not really much they can do. 23.5 minutes in, Dragons back up in 35 seconds. It was about a minute when they started that siege. Like, I think Chiefs left because they're like, oh, we already took this bottom one. I guess there's nothing else to do.
Oh, you got that big swips. My bad. Yeah, exactly. Legacy, they have nothing right now. They're playing a waiting game. How long can they wait when the Emperor of Shurima and his friends are right there to
Just a few
guide
of
it
his
to
mates.
victory? Yeah, just a couple blokes, you know,
Yeah.
just hanging out.
He just set up a holiday house here at the very edge of Legacy's base. The last remaining inhibitor turret now under siege. As Swiper has a few friends here towards the bottom side, but does actually look like they're friends right now because not a whole lot of damage being done to the troll. Legacy holding on as best they can. So far, the Chiefs biding their time.
Yeah, the only answer right now is Tally getting a full Blade of the Ruin King finished and dueling Swiper. But he has a Vamp Scepter, so they are very far away from that point in the game. They just have to hold on for dear life.
Well, right now, Cardred dashing forward just quickly as the Emperor of Shurima is going to
He's
cut him
dead.
off. Radiant grabs it with a ricochet, and now Legacy without the AD carry for another 40 seconds. This will spell the end of this inhibitor turret at least, as there goes the traffic cone. Ejim tanking for quite some time as the support Maokai. Spooks dashing out of the way. They don't get the turret. As Legacy do hold on, but Swiper just being annoying on the sidelines.
And for how long can they hold on? There's minions pushing in top and bottom respectively, and here's the next wave. This is gone.
And looks like Chief's going to surf in
Whoa!
for a good ulti there from Swiver. Finds two. Legacy trying to dive back in, but Tally's going to get exhausted and taken out on the other side. Spook, he'll pop the Lamps Spite to make sure he stays okay, but the Chief just rampaging into the base now.
Yeah, Nexus turrets now falling down. 25 minutes into game number 2, and the Chiefs looking so dominant. 13,000 gold the lead. Carbon's going to go in. He's going to die for it, though, as massive knockbacks, massive damage. The Nexus is going to fall, and the Chiefs go up 2-0.
And it feels like game 1 all over again, but with a different team composition. The ultimate in backstabbing right here from
Yeah.
Chiefs, and a statement made is that you lost with this in game number 1. Well, we beat you with it in game number 2.
And I actually think that the changes that were made here, the Trundle instead of the Lysandra, were what actually brought it, because Swiper was massive.
Yeah, Swiper was huge, and look, it's pretty easy to say. We didn't get 35 minutes in the game. There
Yeah.
was no Master Yi available on the map for Legacy, so unfortunately the Chiefs, they just ran over them.
Yeah.
The early game was
I
ridiculous.
feel like it's twice we've just seen excellent drafts from Chiefs and then following up with good execution. Like, I know that sounds simple, but that's just the mark of a good team.
Yeah, most certainly is. And Legacy not necessarily looking like they're feeling like it, but right now, this is Legacy, right? I still feel like there could be 5
always a
games
chance.
in this series because they can bounce back. We'll see whether the analyst desk also thinks so as we throw it over there.
Thank you so much, Atlas. Chiefs once again able to rise to the occasion and take game number 2. However, Legacy, they did draft differently, and that's where I want to start. We said, just get on champions that can outplay, do a heck of a lot of damage, and just play your game. Like, throw caution to the wind. Game 2, like, it's a game. Like, it's not like game 3 you're going to go out for it. You have to respect the, guts and determination of a team to be able to go to a composition like that.
Take a red hot crack at it, I believe, is the very fitting phrase here. And Tally was like, Master Yi, done. Choose, though. Let me down, mate. Corky, come on. Come on, just lock in the Zed. I wanted to see a little bit more in terms of like the 1v1 solo power, but I do give props to Tally trying to make the Master Yi top lane work. Unfortunately, don't think it was quite there.
Yeah, unfortunately, like we kept saying this, but the Chiefs, they just seem to have that extra string to their bow. I'm talking about the flex pick now, the ability to play Maokai Trundle in multiple roles. That has to be something that, that plays with the mindset of Legacy here.
That's also a big difference between the composition. So the casters brought this up a little bit, like Chiefs just won with the composition that Legacy tried to run in game 1, but the massive difference is the Maokai and the Trundle. And what does that actually mean? It's your engage tools and your engage sense. So we saw that the Poppy was banned. This time around, they look for hard engage as opposed to getting the big disengage Gragas and Poppy that they got from game 1. With Sivir and Maokai, it just gives you that engaged champs. In Legacy's composition in game 1, they had Lysandra, they had Azir. Sivir speeds up Lysandra and Azir, and they just run in and die. The only way that you're winning on an engage comp like that is if you have Hourglass available to you, or Lissandra gets the perfect flank play, and that's what Legacy were missing, and that's what Chiefs pretty much schooled them on in this draft too.
And it showed in quite a few of the team fights as well, where Chiefs, they were able to send Trundle into the backlines, absolutely demolish people with his club. He got a triple kill on one of them as well, and Ejim on that Maokai held up the front lines nicely, was able to lock down Tally for so long and allow the AD carry and the mid laner to deal massive amount of damage during that time.
I cannot emphasize this enough. Maokai is an incredible pick right now. Just because Sivir is so strong, Azir is so strong, Maokai's ultimate effectively acts as an AoE exhaust in terms of the stats that you're taking away from multiple team members. Like, that champion is absolutely out of control. He fits great in the meta right now, and Legacy aren't touching it.
And I now want to actually move up towards the junglers. I feel like we aren't talking about them as much because the game seemed to be going over.
Flash.
I just want to get a heat check from you, because we said that this is a game that Spooks gets to show up and prove whether he is one of the best junglers. He's been very, very vocal about this. Carbon has had a terrific season, and he's playing under very difficult circumstances right now, but Spooks is rising to the occasion.
Okay, yes. Where's my close-up? Benji? I'm waiting. There we go. Benji? Spooks, you are right now the best jungler in the OPL. You are outperforming Carbon in this series. That flash to dodge the Gragas body slam to get Swiffer the double kill early on pretty much won the game. Good job, Spooks.
And the play around Baron, this is something I want to continue to explore, because I think that junglers are weapons that you can use in different ways. Are they the tank players that can start up team fights? Are they able to play Gragas? Are they the Nidalee counter junglers, the heavy farmers? Are they the people that keep your backline safe on something like Kindred? The use of the Kindred ultimate around Baron seemed very, very smart to me, because that was maybe the window that Legacy were looking for back into this game. They had the fast push in game number 1. This time they threw it all in on a Baron fight. And once again, Kindred ultimate used very, very uniquely to stop Baron from dying and clean up a team fight.
And that's not the first time we've seen the Chiefs use the Kindred ultimate to stop Baron from dying to clean up a team fight. And their synergy was perfect in that fight too. They waited for the very last second to make sure they got enough damage down onto the champions and finished them off when Kindred's ultimate went down, securing the Baron along with it. That means that Legacy have no avenue to get back into the game once Baron goes over to Chiefs.
Likewise, the combination of Azir and Kindred has been potent and proven. It was proven again this time.
Yeah, it certainly was, and that means that Chiefs will be able to pick up game number 2. But as Atlas says, there is life in Legacy left. You can feel it in the roots of the trees themselves, so don't go anywhere, guys. Game 3 between Legacy and the Chiefs coming at you after this break.